Good. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's doing good in this crappy, choppy, slow market. Let me just go into my loss real quick on SIDU. So this morning was live when I took my position at 162, 700 shares, and hung in there. Just no volume really to push it higher, and the trend started coming back. Ended up stopping out at well, I did add actually a little bit into this little bump here first. Got myself to 1,000 shares, average at 163. Then it just, as you can see, nothing there. Got stopped out at 157. Where is that? To this drop here. So nothing ideal. Small loss on the day. Looking to be the first red day of the month. Don't mind it being 60, 70 bucks or so. A couple things I'm looking at right now. So we got BWV. This one was a choppy one, and we expected it to be choppy here. Not looking that great. Looks like just some manipulated action. Decided to blue this insane buying, and then it just dies off just midday out of nowhere. Seemed a little funky. But here we are, still trying to hold on to the 580s here. I don't know if I want to play it. I'm leaning towards no. Too choppy for me right now. It was out of the watch list, but it's just not working out. And if something's not there, can't try to force it. I was looking for a 6.5 breakout. We'll see if it comes back and holds. There is, an hour left here, but not looking great at all. Q-Tech was one that I just was looking at not too long ago. Something to maybe keep on watch. Not looking great. It is just going sideways. Needs to start uptrending some more. But not the greatest history. Trying to break out over this 240 area. So far holding this resistance, but it's got some serious volume today. Probably enough to power through. If it keeps holding up and could start uptrending, it could get back to being a high at daybreak and trading a move. Excuse me, I need to sneeze. One more? No. Okay, we're clear. 240. Next up, after that, we're looking at the 280s, 3-ish area, just for a quick snipe from the mid 2s to the high 2s. But right now, looking like it's wanting to head lower. We'll see. Not much volume right now behind this move. We'll see if more comes through. Another one to look at actually is IMTE. This was a headache of a bounce play last month. I just kept eyeing it, taking some losses on it here and there. Ended up putting a little bit of a bottom here, around 4, trying to uptrend here. I'm thinking if we get a convincing hold and break over 510, we can definitely start pushing a little bit higher. Next resistance I'm really seeing in the high 5s, so taking that quick snipe from the low 5s to the high 5s. That could be a potential angle to approach this play with. But right now, there really is not much to go on. If there's any questions of any plays you guys want me to break down, this thing's holding up here. Trying not to let this thing suck me into it. But if I really don't see anything, we're gonna once again try to make a watch list live. We'll get some lessons through that until we see something really pop up. This one's making me really scared to take it just because of the choppiness. And lower high here. Oops. So this is really just a waiting game. Nothing exciting there. Let me start setting this up here. So I was already expecting it to be a relatively slow day just based off the amount of plays you really kind of got on watch. These are backup plays, recent spikers and whatnot. I'm just keeping an eye on. So we'll take this and add it to the new one. Oh yeah, this stuff again here. What was it again? There we go. Get rid of that. Let's see what new plays we had today. Check my scanner. We'll watch Q-Tech. Put that on. What else is on here? That isn't already. That's AFI. What? Hello, Gerardo. Oh wow, that's incredible. Some of these lower price plays have really been moving recently.
Yeah, OTCs have kind of been picking up a little bit.
Is this
I know
OTC?
this isn't an OTC.
Okay.
AFI is the New York Stock Exchange. But what I've heard is OTCs have been picking up a little bit. Through the grapevine.
I just want to take a peek at a couple of these plays before we get started.
PWV not breaking down.
That's the thing. I know it's not breaking down. It's a choppy play.
So I'll probably just keep it on watch.
Yeah.
It hasn't fully broken down, so you can take off active trader right here.
Oh, thank God. There we go. Alright. Let's get this watch list set up for us to go over. So that's how we find our plays. Go through the scanners, top percent gainers, see what's moving, what has eyes on it. That could be a good indication of more momentum to come. Or maybe something to keep an eye on for later on. So that's why we just keep it on the secondary watch. How much did AFI spike? I know. Oh, it spiked a lot. Okay. Okay, well, this is going to be a potential multi-day bounce. I know I'm not a huge fan of these cheaper price plays, but this is the pattern here. After this sets a red day, shorts take over. Let's add that. AFI. RGLS. I remember seeing this, a lower price play. Let's see what this is doing. Overhead resistance around 35. Oops. Jesus Christ, I hate this thing. Overall solid trend, choppy, but offers some decent moves. Keeps holding up, holding VWAP. We'll see if this could be something. I hesitate because I don't want to just jump into these cheaper price plays out of boredom and not seeing anything else. But, you know, this is where the momentum's at. And right now, cheaper price plays is what's moving. If my patterns apply, I'll take it. So, solid resistance right around 30. We'll see how it holds here. If it come back, make a higher low, that could be something interesting for later. But to add to my watch list, looks like QTEK and AFI from today is what will be added on top of, you know, all the tickers we have been watching. So let's get into this. Q-Tech here, trying to hold up. So that's 50 minutes. This thing could also be a potential play as we mapped out. It has resistance on the daily around 240. If it can start building some higher lows, it is holding that general zone of, you know, around the 240 area. It is kind of holding below it for the majority of the time. But if that fails to break down, I think shorts would be disappointed. What's the volume today? 2.2, 21 million float. Ideally, there would be some more, but compared to its history, one of the higher volume days. So we're gonna keep this on watch for potential 253 break tomorrow if this does nothing today. So start with this, and the reason I'm thinking 253, we'll get into the thinking here. If this completely fails to break down, it's got a top right around 240, ends up topping around mid twos at 253 today. Shorts are expecting this to fail. If you look at the history, not that great. And trying to bottom here, some solid volume coming in. If this thing could just fail to break down, break the expectations of short sellers, that might attract some buyers, and then that'll bring in some more buying from shorts covering their position. So I think if this comes back and holds the mid twos, that could be a nice play tomorrow for a test of 3. And that's what we're really trying to do, just capture the emotional aspect of the other trader, the other side. So, shorts are going to be worried if this fails to break down, comes back here. They're going to be underwater. They're going to have to cover their position if they're going to be disciplined traders. And that should trigger some buying for the move I'm looking for to the high twos, 3-ish area. Just take a quick look at this one. Keep an eye on it. Nada. INTE. Nothing. Okay. So let's go back to AFI. So, insane runner today. Totally missed it. Really devastating considering it's just been a slow day and I can't find anything to trade. And what I did trade didn't work out for me. But this might bring an opportunity later this week if this offers a red day. Shorts go and take over after a nice run up, and like longs, at some point they're going to lock in their profits when they see a trend change. So if it starts bottoming out, giving a momentum shift, failing to keep heading lower, buyers start propping it up, trend starts heading higher rather than continuing lower, we can possibly get a bounce from shorts locking in profits, as they'd be up if it's down 30, 40, 50% off the highs. If they see that trend change, they'll be like, okay, I'm already up. I see that's moving against the trend now that I'm looking for. Let's lock in those gains. That's going to show us buying, and this should trigger a move. So AFI, going to keep it to the side. I'm going to bring it down as it's still a waiting game for that. I don't know if I'd want to be playing the 75-cent breakout. I know as QTEK, that was a little different of a setup. It didn't run as much. And here we already are off the highs decently. Not a whole ton, still holding the gains overall, but it is weakening in volume, not much force and fuel really to push it higher. So we'll see if this starts topping out here and fading, but I think shorts are in control, and I'd be shocked to see it get back up there. If for some reason it does, we'll see how it acts up there. If it fails to break down, shorts fail to take it lower for a potential move higher, but right now it's downtrending. I'm just gonna wait and see once we get the red day for the bounce play. And then what you got here? SIDU, same thing as today. Gonna be looking for the multi-day bounce. Disappointing today. Not much volume behind it. You need to take a nap, Jared.
Cancel that alert. Just in a way.
Solos here tightening up a bit. So you got 3. I guess here, not 3. 280. 207. 207 to 162. So that shrunk a little bit, and then we got 162 here at 142. So now it's shrinking again. Maybe the momentum shifts tomorrow. We'll see. But this is starting to show some signs of slowing down to the downside. Heading lower. So once again, multi-day bounce. And as usual, quick 10-15% is all we're looking for. Not trying to be greedy in this market, just locking gains and survive the day. KTX. Another one here we're looking for today, didn't really work out. We did have solid tightening here yesterday, but once again heading lower, but not much lower and not much volume. So until I give up on it, get tired of watching it, I'm gonna look for a multi-day bounce, as the pattern should apply to this. Next up, Sky H. We're looking for a continuation of this today to hold 10 and test 12. Obviously, far from it. How are we acting here intraday? Probably an ignore. I'm going to just leave this to the side onto that secondary watch list to keep an eye on it in coming days. But for now, I just don't have a pattern for it. It's got overhead resistance, and we're looking bullish. We are still holding up, so we might come back. This is less volume and selling compared to the buying that's been going on, so it might come back later on for a play, but right now just a waiting game for me. I might just be more cautious and just wait for that 12 breakout. Next up, CYN. Ooh, garbage. Got that failure here, but like this, a failure. Not much volume behind it. But still, solid gradual fade here. Momentum's up in our direction right now, so that's going to be an ignore. Keep that on that secondary watch. That's all I can do now. I'm not going to try to force things or try to anticipate a play. We'll just take what the market gives. BWV. This choppy piece of crap. I'm a little traumatized here. Just seeing this action makes me really want to stay away. Because you see it throughout. Each time it gets a solid push, it's really a hard time continuing to really go up further. It just gets stuffed. Volume is still coming in. It is still green, still uptrending. I'll play a previous high day break. It's pretty close to the breakout level. We'll see how it tests that area. Could also, the option is there to be patient. See how it holds the high 6s, low 7s for a breakout. So, breakout at 712. Previous HOD at 683. Looking for these levels to hold as support for a very quick snipe, as this is a choppy play. Comes back quick. Okay. So yeah, all the thinking there is the chart and everything is looking good. I just don't like the price action of it. That's the only thing keeping me worried about this play. Besides that, we can try to test the mid 7s, low 8s. It's just the back and forth. It's just a headache. I don't want to ride through that. I need a nice clean move, similar to what this gave in the morning. That was a nice move. Did dip here, but besides that, generally kept uptrending and continuing volume. This looks like some manipulated bullshit. And here we are, failing to break down. Could continue higher. Now I'm just gonna wait and see. I just don't like the price action, but I might get sucked into it, so better be prepared and have a plan rather than just trade it blindly. Next up, IMTE. Went over this recent pump looking chart here, showing some bottoming around the 4 area, gradually uptrending, looking to break this high where it's set on a little bounce that it had. Kind of hard to see here. But, you know, if it holds the low 5s, it could definitely test the mid to high 5s for a quick snipe. Just looking for the failure to break down. We do have some volume here, so there were some back holders. Depending on the volume, this thing might be a very nice play. Right now, volume is still pretty weak, but it is setting up still. So if it can confirm the low 5s, I think we can get a squeeze after it filters through any bag holders from here that are selling, any weak hands, shorts that are slamming it. Once it filters through that, fails to break down, it could head higher if it provides the volume and trend. Hold to test high 5s for quick gain. Okay, PRPO here. Not looking great. Probably will take this off if I watch completely. Don't like the overall chart and everything. There's just a one-hit wonder yesterday with that spike. Just like most of the chart, as we can see. So I'm just going to ignore that. AUST. Had that recent bounce, now just fading. I don't see anything. SOPA, what do we got here? I want to say multi-day bounce. You getting your calculator out? Nah, thank God. So close 189.
Only 62%.
298. Okay, 62. Yeah. Nope. Next up, ACON. See, now we're getting to the secondary chart, our watch list, where we got all these nasty plays. Probably just gonna take some of these off here. ACON will take off. Not looking good. VRME. This was a nasty play from yesterday, right? Yeah. Got the crap. Why do I have it on watch? I don't know. Nothing there for me. Awful history, bunch of selling going on. These are just areas of conviction for shorts and sellers. I don't see this thing taking off anytime soon for me. But if it does, it will probably be on the scanner and I'll end up catching it that way. FTK, another choppy play in its history. A couple of days of spiking. But now we're just fading. It's probably tracking it from here. I'm just going to take this off as well. NUTX. Another one just fading near the lows. Just ignore that. And you can see here, you know, this is, you get the monster move, you get the multi-day bounce, but then after that, buying disappears and it can't hold itself up. After that, it's just an ignore. So that's why I usually just have the breakout play on the front side, multi-day bounce to get that
15-20%.
from shorts locking in profits, and after that, these big plays usually just ignores. Good afternoon. Let's get after it. Yeah, missed a bunch, but definitely a crazy day. There's some solid movers out there. RDBX was insane. Totally missed that one.
Can you pull that up?
Yeah. Now you want to take a look at it, Jared? Panic. I think it was on bad earnings. And it rips up.
Oh, yeah.
Ended up going green on the day for a moment, and then it came back. But you got the failure on bad earnings and a rip from the, we'll call it 3 to 6. Just insane. Absolutely beautiful. Didn't get a piece of it. Disappointing there. Next up on the watch list, SWVL. Nothing here. Yeah, this is just a wait and see if it gets to 11.5 for a breakout, so let's just ignore that. We got some time till then. SONM. Another one to get rid of. Nice, I'm really getting rid of a bunch of garbage plays here. So once again, tomorrow it's looking like another day with not that many plays on watch. Maybe IG's garbage. FRGE. I guess it's bigger market cap and whatnot. Just history of moving. Probably won't trade it. Let's get rid of that. BTTX. I'm gonna laugh if there's a play moving right now and we're completely ignoring it, but we're almost done here. Nothing. OST. Another one with nothing. MDVL. Nothing there. Okay, what do we got for tomorrow? Just 4 plays, 5 plays on watch. Fantastic. Yeah, it's an ignore. Okay, so let me clean this up. I'll go over top watches later. Just want to show you real quick. Did it take us that long to filter through the top watches and recent plays that we've seen and are keeping track of? And here we are with just QTech, SIDU, NKTX, BWV, and IMTE. Not a whole ton to really go off of. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Gappers have been very weak and disappointing, so that's kind of been an ignore. The gappers almost made me want to turn my account to margin and just start shorting them, if we're being honest. But yeah, let's see what has been. What did we miss? RGLS. Did you do anything? Ooh, holding up like we talked about, making a higher low. I know it's a little speculative, but the pattern is there for potential VWAP claim to retest the high day, where it's got some resistance around 35 right up ahead. 34, 35 range. Next up, and psychologically every 5 cents these lower price plays is what I'm gonna be viewing as the whole dollar, half dollar level. So if I'm gonna be taking this around 30 cents, high 20s, I'll definitely be aiming for 35. But I'm not looking for anything quite yet, as nothing's really calling my name. Everything is just garbage. BWV, here we go. Choppy play. I don't know if I'm gonna get sucked into this here. What time is it? 12:30. definitely not gonna be overnighting anything, as we saw with CYN. Thank God I sold that after hours yesterday for a quick snipe. Not the market to be trying to take anything overnight long. Does it have what it takes to get back to 7 within the next half an hour? A little bit of a perk in volume, nothing significant,
I'm gonna go with no.
right? Overall trend isn't bad, because if we go over the past few days, you got a solid uptrend, higher lows, very choppy, some solid resistance here in the mid to high 6s. So we'll see how it holds up to test those levels. Maybe tomorrow is what I'm looking for. I really don't want to trade anything right now. Nothing's really nice. Everything kind of sucks. But that's how we went over and made a watch list. If you guys got anything you want to clarify on, got a question on a ticker you want us to dissect, feel free to throw that out. Besides that, just another boring
day.
quiet day. First red day of the week and month for me. Just about $60. So not disappointed really with much, besides missing RDBX and the other low price play. What was it? ATI or ATF or something like that?
AFI.
AFI. Where are we at? Yeah. That was an incredible play. You got the solid uptrending, hold of volume. Let's see down low what key levels there are. Try to dissect this, get some lessons out of it. So, let's see. Around the 30, it's already up a bunch at that point, but it just continues to fail to break down. And if volume keeps coming in, the selling is on lower pressure. The trend continues to head up, shorts will get squeezed. And that's what you get here. If you're getting in around 35, wow. Not too long later, you're able to make 100%. That is actually pretty cool, no matter what. Wow. No matter like 10-15 minutes, 100% here.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful move.
Yeah. But now, miss that. It's all good. Now just going to be waiting for the multi-day bounce. We got a couple of videos on our YouTube going over our patterns, how we trade them and whatnot. Want to check those out. Let's check that out right now.
No.
Wait.
Delete.
Oh. RDBX. Oof. It's apparently it's on bad earnings. Except let me check the news. Because if this is an earnings loser, it's down big time. I don't even need to see what the earnings are. I just need to see that they had earnings and that this is the reaction to it. If so, it could try to bounce, but not a pattern for me. Barely held on to day lows here. Could see a little reversal, some volume coming in. But that's not going to be something you see me trading here. Why can't I see what is it? Chicken soup acquires Redbox. Never mind. Not an earnings play. What was it? I don't know. I'm lost. But regardless, price action like this, you just got a huge downtrend. That's gonna be an ignore. Doesn't mean it can't move, but is it a high odds play? Not in my eyes. It's got a lot of overhead resistance from back here. Any bag holders are gonna, be selling into it now that it's coming back. But we'll see. Volume is picking up a bit. 50 cents. Can it do it? Can it? But yeah, considering the breakdown in the chart, this is just a complete ignore. Oh, I'm getting interested here. I'm getting interested with RGLS. Volume is picking up. Higher lows are coming in. I want to be a little patient, see how this develops here in the low 30 cent area before I take a stab at it, because I was about to take a position, but I'm like, let's be patient. We're getting a little trigger happy because there's literally nothing all day. But this is the one thing that I've been talking about, that if it does fail to break down, keep holding up, volume comes back, we could test 35 cent area. RGLS, most encouraging for me to take a position in. If volume could continue and this trend here could continue, I'm liking it. We'll probably be playing it smaller size because it is a little bit out of my comfort zone with the price, but not too bad of a setup right now. Penny off day highs, so we get that quick move to day highs and trigger to 35 cents. Volume's gonna be key, or else it might get stuffed at day high if it doesn't have enough fuel behind it to really keep it pushing. And I do have a small position at 31. Thanks for the heads up. Appreciate it. Do you see more than this? Are you in the switches? No. Not after today.
No chance. As soon as I jump in, fatty, it's fucking gonna tank back under the water.
Possibly. Let's see how this holds. We got a little bit more volume. What time is it? Okay, 20 minutes. Let's see if we can do it. Just give me 2 more cents. I'll be selling at 33, 34. If this really works out. quick 150, 200 bucks just to wrap the day up. Go green if it does work out. Or else I'll be dumb, take another loss. That'll be annoying. But, you know, it happens. I'm not gonna always be rolling the money. Profits, let's see this pullback, how it reacts. There's the stuff so far at 32 cents. Let's see. Some decent volume coming in, pushing it down. Now it's just seeing how the trend holds, but right now it's not looking encouraging. A lot of selling here. Happening to me already. It dips just a little bit and all of a sudden you're down a decent percentage. I hate it. Yeah, here we are. Okay, we're trying to hold. What are we doing? Let's see, that was some heavy selling there. See how it follows through. But yeah, if I were to be risking VWAP, I'd be risking 10%. That's not what I want to do. Would be about $120 loss or so, which looks like I'm about to eat, if we're being honest. Right now, looking like 32 wants to hold his resistance. Should have been more attentive to this and been getting it on the dips here. That's what I really should have been doing, selling into this for a quick snipe rather than getting in up here foolishly. Okay, not a great trade. Not a great trade at all. That was foolish of me getting in where I was getting. Good thing I did keep it small size, but this is why I hate these cheaper plays, because 3 cents and that's 10% right there. And it does it in a heartbeat. We'll see if this holds. Might be something for tomorrow, but typically don't like these cheaper plays for this reason. It works out when they're moving upwards, but when they're consolidating and whatnot, it's kind of hard going through the choppiness when it's one moment you're up a few percent, next moment you're down 5%. But it happens. Red days happen. Down roughly 200 now, 190 or so on the day. Not that great, but what are you gonna do about it? Recognize the top here. Should have been selling into that heavy selling candle when I recognized that for a small loss, but that was foolish of me. So we'll see what happens with this. We'll check out some other plays here. Not looking to trade anything right now. What time is it? Yeah, 15 minutes. We'll probably wrap it up here soon with not much going on. Let's see. Stuff, choppy as hell. Okay, yeah, looking like just nothing great going on here. RGLS gave it the shot, but really the plan that I initially had, the higher lows, that was really the ideal entry. Getting in around 28 here, 29, selling into the high 31s, taking your quick 10%. That's the move right there. Here we are trying to hold the VWAP, but very weak buying, as you can see. Solid resistance here around 31 in general, 31, 32. So should have been more cautious. Definitely trigger happy from a boring day. I see something somewhat setting up, and I want to take it. And you pay the price sometimes. Here we are bouncing back. Wow, are you kidding me? See, a penny and a half, 5%. All of a sudden, it's right where I was pretty much buying, just a penny off. So we'll just wrap it up there. You guys saw how we did the watch list. Gave an example of how not to trade. Definitely got to be a lot pickier with entries and exits in this market, and was just dumb of me really taking that. This is really it. The higher lows getting in at 29 here, high 28s. As making a higher low, holding VWAP, holding trend. That leads to the push, as I said, to test the high a day, and then after that, see if it gets to 35. But got in late, left, got a penny profit, or not profit, was up a penny, and now we're just coming back. So not a great day, first red day. We'll just wrap it up here. I'll be making a video lesson going over the plays, my mistakes again later on. I have to give myself some time to really reflect on the plays, but off the top of my head, really just poor entry and being quick. I didn't let it really develop. I took my eye off of it when it really was developing, and here this is definitely a chase, and here's a lesson on chasing. You get left near the top pretty much. Volume got exhausted. I recognize how volume wasn't that great, but still was, a solid push. Just a poor decision on my part, chasing it not that far off of the highs and breaking my rules with these cheaper price plays. Sometimes breaking the rules pays off. It did yesterday with NWBO. And I pay the price here. So before I start rambling, keep on watch YouTube. I'll come out with a couple video lessons and whatnot. We also got a TikTok now if you want to check that out. Not the best material. Still working on being a little more creative and flashy and whatnot. But check us out on TikTok. Same name, Pack a Punch Traders. So we'll wrap it up here. Hope everyone has a great day. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow, 10 minutes before the market opens. Send you the links, yes. Yeah, let me get to TikTok. Yeah, of course. So we got 1 moment. Let me just wrap this up, but I'll put it in chat once I finish doing the live. I'll send you all the links to. Are they down here actually? So down here we got YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. So all I have to get used to TikTok. probably bore everyone right now. I'll put it in chat right now. So everyone have a great day. We'll catch you guys in the morning, and hope you guys learned something. Besides that, we'll catch you later.